Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today, we'll do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 9, where we'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and to do some example sentences. This is a series, so if you want more, remember to subscribe. Let's hop in. Listen to me read these words first. Intransigent, circumscribed, zany, saccharine, burnish, eminent, defunct, genetically, imperative, ornate. Let's review each. Intransigent. This means refusing to compromise, often on an extreme opinion. So this is an adjective, and it means someone who digs their heels in, to use an idiom, or someone who insists that they are correct about something. Some example sentences here are: the intransigent customer refused to accept any solutions offered by the support team and demanded to speak to a manager. The intransigent attitude of some politicians can make it difficult to reach a consensus on important issues. Next, we have circumscribed. This means to restrict something within limits, and it's a verb. You can see CIR, that is the root of the word circle as well, and to circumscribe something is to kind of restrict it within boundaries, so you can see how that word works. Some example sentences are: the team's creativity was circumscribed by their fear of making mistakes and taking risks. Her freedom was circumscribed by the strict rules of her parents, who forbade her from going out with her friends on weeknights. Here we have zany, and this is amusingly unconventional and idiosyncratic. It's an adjective. So this word's very fun. You could also use it to refer to someone who's eccentric, someone who brings a lot of joy but is maybe a little weird. And here are some sample sentences. His zany sense of humor always kept his friends entertained. The comedian's zany antics had the audience laughing uncontrollably. Here we have saccharine, and this means excessively sweet or sentimental. It's an adjective. Some examples are: she had a saccharine personality, always speaking in a sickly sweet tone. The dessert was so saccharine that it made my teeth ache. Here we have burnish. It means to polish or shine. It's a verb. So you would use this in the context of perhaps polishing shoes, or really polishing furniture, polishing anything. Some examples are: the manager instructed the staff to burnish the floors until they gleamed. She spent hours burnishing the silver until it shone like new. Here we have eminent. This means distinguished, prominent, famous. It's an adjective. Or conspicuous, an adjective. So it's easy to confuse the words eminent and imminent. Imminent has an I. Imminent means something coming very soon. Eminent is this concept of being important and distinguished, or maybe sticking out of the crowd a bit, to the conspicuous meaning. Some example sentences are: the conference was attended by many eminent scholars and researchers from around the world. The writer was considered an eminent figure in the literary world and was highly respected by his peers. Here's defunct, no longer existing or functioning. It's an adjective. So something that's defunct used to exist and no longer does. Examples are: the company went bankrupt and is now defunct. The defunct law was repealed after many protests from citizens. Here we have genetically. This means in a way that relates to genes or genetics, an adverb, or in a way that relates to origin or development, an adverb. So genes relate to the genetic makeup, the DNA of humans, animals, plants, pretty much anything with any sort of life has genes. So that gets at the first meaning. And then the second meaning can refer to kind of familial relationships. So some samples are: the disease was found to be genetically inherited from one's parents. And the scientists studied the genetic makeup of the new species to understand its origins. Here we have imperative. This is something that's necessary or pressing. It's an adjective. So something that's imperative is urgent. It needs to happen fast. Some examples are: the success of the project is imperative for the future of the company. The safety of the passengers is imperative and should not be compromised. Here we have ornate. I love this word. I use it all the time. It means elaborately decorated, and it's an adjective. So something that's ornate is complex, beautiful, and really pleasant to be near because it is something you can see, and it's very, very interesting. So some examples here are: the bride wore an ornate dress with intricate beading and embroidery. The restaurant had an ornate ceiling with intricate moldings and chandeliers. Let's listen to these 10 words one more time: intransigent, circumscribed, zany, saccharine, burnish, eminent, defunct, genetically, imperative, ornate. Great job. I'll put playlists to the other advanced vocabulary lessons, just like this one, down below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Bye.